Welcome to the Tactical Dent Tech Podcast. You are now part of a small underground movement of dent technicians from all over the world. We are on a mission to change our industry with innovation, intelligence, and skill. But because we don't rely on an insurance company to steer customers our way, we need to do things different. We need to do things smarter. We do that through a network of technicians that we call the Tactical Tech Movement. Now let's get this revolution started. All right, go ahead and open us up.
Hey, everybody. I'm pretending to be John Hiley. Welcome to the Tactical Dent Tech Podcast. For Monday Special. Monday Special.
Are you not going to introduce me?
Marketing Monday
Are you
Special
not even going to introduce me?
with your host, Angela Hiley.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
And
I'm just trying to be like you.
Co-host, John Hiley.
So I'm your co-host now. Nice.
No.
Isn't that like president and vice president, right? I am the host. They are the co-host.
You can be the president. I'll be the vice president. You work better under pressure than what I do. So I'll give you that.
I'd say if you were president, we'd undrop some nukes here and there.
Probably so.
That's exactly why we do not need a woman as president.
Hey now, let's not go all there. But I probably would if I was president.
Y'all would be blowing up shit.
I know, exactly. It'd probably be like a country would piss me off and I'd be like, fuck it. Let's just wipe them off the earth.
She'd be like, hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
And then another country would fuck with her. She'd be like, here, hold my other beer.
Yep. The next thing you know, there wouldn't be hardly anybody left. It'd be just the good old US of A.
Except all you foreigners listening to this podcast, you know, we like you.
Australia.
Oh, yeah, we like Australia over there.
Yeah.
And, of course, we consider Canada America's hat. And not to mention Mexico down there, America's beard.
Oh, my goodness.
That's why somebody's trying to argue with me about my Chevy Silverado 3500 dually being made in Mexico. I said, son, don't you know that Mexico is America's beard? All right, here we go. Let's offend the rest of the world other than the great US of A today.
It is what it is.
All right, guys. So what's up, everybody? And don't even act like y'all don't be talking shit over there in these European countries.
Oh, they do.
Don't even act like y'all don't be talking shit.
You know they'd be talking all kind of smack.
Especially you guys down there in Holland.
In Holland?
Trying to call us the world police.
Oh. You know what? I don't give two shits what anybody says. Everybody talks shit about everybody here and there. Some people talk more shit about other people compared to...
We just do it on the podcast so y'all get to hear us.
Yeah.
So we got the big balls.
Yep.
And you guys got, who talk shit behind America's back, got tiny little balls. Like balls, like little gnat balls, like balls on a gnat.
You know, I don't really care what people say. They'll be like, no, I've never talked about anybody behind their back. And I'm like, man, you're so fucking full of shit. Everybody's done that.
Yeah,
just be honest.
Yeah. You'd be like running the other dent guy. Be like, yeah, you know old Jack down there runs that car lot. Isn't he an asshole? Yeah, he is an asshole. That's right. Jack's an asshole.
Yep. Jack's an asshole.
That's right. So we've all ran into an asshole. And we met somebody else, and we've had to let a little steam loose about it.
That's true. But the thing is, though, is if whatever you say behind their back, you have to be willing to say it to their face.
That's right. Well, we're in a world now where people don't really do that. Like people, it's so interesting to see the way people act towards somebody in face, especially the ones that talk shit on the internet.
Yes.
It seems like they start warming up to everybody when it gets close to the Mobile Tech Expo, when they know they're going to have to look everybody face to face.
Yeah.
They start, going around and doing a little schlob-knobbing.
Yeah.
A little knob-schlobbing. A little blah, 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 blah.
I know you were doing that earlier, and I was just like, man, that is so disgusting.
She means I was saying that earlier. I wasn't schlob-knobbing.
No, you weren't doing that. But you were like...
I just had to clarify that. I just seen everybody's face go, huh? Oh, yeah, I was schlobnobbing one earlier. You should have seen it, man.
No.
Hey, so that's funny
not
that
you.
that Joe Rogan. Well, why we're offending people? Let's offend people even further. You sent me a Joe Rogan quote,
I got it.
and
You
it
want me
was
to-
pretty freaking hilarious.
Yeah, because when I seen that, I was like, oh, shit.
And I don't agree with everything that Joe Rogan says, but this is funny as fuck.
I was just like, oh, shit. John Hiley's going to
Yeah,
love
you had to
this.
send that to me.
So he's like, there are only 2 reasons to hate gay marriage. Either you're dumb or you're secretly worried that dicks are delicious.
Woo, them things might be delicious. I don't want anybody to be married to one. I might never be able to taste it. Oh.
Oh, shit.
You know, the truth of the matter is, I always looked at it like that. When people were gay, I was like, good, less competition. You know, I mean, there's like a man-woman ratio, right? I mean, there really
Yeah.
is. And you think about it, some countries, they are fucked. If I was in China, I would be so happy to have gay friends.
Yeah.
Because that's just one motherfucker I ain't got to compete against. Because there's like, I don't know, it's like 4 dudes per every woman. And all women, they actually did a show on Vice about this shit. Like, all women give a fuck about is how much money the man makes. And it's even to the point to right now in China where dudes who make good money will actually market themselves.
Yeah.
And it's like they'll go and just rent a billboard and put themselves on a billboard. So that way when they get around bitches, they're like, oh, you that guy on the billboard. And they're like, that's right, bitch. I'm that guy on the billboard. And then, you know, that's how they get ass there in China. And then there's these other guys.
Yeah, but then they have the upper hand.
Yeah, but
I
then
would
the
like
women,
it the- I would
from
like-
my understanding, they just don't give a shit over there. It's just
But
not
I think
about
that's
it.
like that at Jonathan's high school. There's more girls than there is guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're talking about like the exact opposite issue right there. I mean, if there's more girls than there is guys, then that basically gives you a much better chance of getting laid. And then on top of that,
That
and
gives the
then-
guy more dominance, more the upper
Ooh,
hand.
and
I
we
don't
love
like
it.
I would like to see it the other way.
and then if you got friends that are gay, then that takes them out of the equation.
Yeah, that's
Of
true.
course, you probably, I don't know, like, I wonder what the percentage of gays versus lesbians there are in that equation. Because a lesbian cancels one out, too. It's one you can't have.
Yeah.
And then a gay guy cancels it out, so they cancel each other out. So there's got to be an even, ample amount of them as well.
So maybe it really just doesn't even really matter.
It does in fucking China. Apparently, where there's 4 dudes per every 1 girl. Because, you know, they passed that law back in the day where you could only have, like, so many kids, and they had to be male. They wanted more people in the military and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's where, like, government comes in and just fucks shit up. And now it's so funny. There's, like, all these depressed Chinese dudes.
That's why they
And-
just shouldn't even mess with that shit.
Like, you know, there was, like, fairly... I mean, I don't really know how to tell, you know. But, I mean, I could tell you that there was, you know, muscular men that just don't even stand a chance. And then you got this one chubby dude on a billboard, you know, kind of looked like that guy who used to sing that one song, the Gahana song or whatever. You remember that one
Yeah.
song got real popular?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Jonathan liked that song. But I
Did-
forget how it goes.
I mean, that dude, you could come out with a song like that and they know about it. You're literally running through that nation's women one at a time.
Yeah. I think that guy was Japanese.
Well, doesn't matter. If he went over to China, he'd be big pimping.
Oh my God.
Big pimping.
Big pimpin', spending G's.
You know, a buddy of mine, he actually used to, well, not really a buddy of mine, a dude who, he kind of wholesaled cars, and I'd go there, fix his cars and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He actually made a hell of a business selling, he'd get these old Schwinn bikes from like the 40s, and said the people over there in Japan and China loved them. He'd fix these Schwinns up like they were mint.
Yeah.
And they'd be bidding on eBay $2,000, $3,000 for these bikes
Damn.
because they literally, they valued that. You know what I mean? They valued the style of this bike.
I wonder how much that costs to ship that thing over there.
I guess they'd pay for it.
Yeah.
I know. You know, like I said, the rich dudes up there put stuff on a billboard, buy a badass bike,
Yeah.
driving around cars, man. It'd be good to be a rich guy in Japan or China.
I guess.
So anyhow, we didn't bring you on the podcast just to talk about Chinese men.
Oh, no.
I don't even know how we got on that subject.
I don't even know.
I do. It is marketing, though. Obviously, I mean, even marketing works for men in China who have money.
Yes, it
and they
does.
want everybody to know about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But going further into this podcast, we are going to talk a little bit about Facebook audience insights.
Mm-hmm.
However, before that, we're going to tell you guys what's up because you guys need to leave a review now. We're getting ready to launch this last month. So we had to make sure we had the tools and all that stuff because we wanted to give away a Gorilla Grip, a pre-order in the podcast review giveaway.
Yeah.
So we had to hold off a little bit. We had to make sure all our ducks were in a row and all that stuff. So they are in a row. And we will probably be seeing some Gorilla Grips by the end of this week coming in. We do got to send them out to get them laser engraved.
Yep.
So we're going to have a little fun with that. But above and beyond that, I mean, we might have to. We were trying to plan on running this sale all the way till Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sitting here like texting my manufacturer and trying to figure out because we've already sold 3 times the amount that we thought we would have
Yeah.
in just the pre-order. So because of that, we don't know how long because we only got so much material purchased.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to see if he can get more material in. We currently do still have some, but I might have to pull the plug on the pre-orders and close out this sale like soon. And I'm definitely going to keep one back for the giveaway. So, unless I hear something else from my manufacturer, like we can get some certain material, he's going to have enough time to run the machine that long on them. And this kind of stuff, we may have to pull the plug on the pre-order soon. I mean, if people keep buying them the way that they've been buying them.
Yep.
So just wanted to give everybody a heads up on that. That's why I never really came out with a date. We did have like internally, our internal mission, our internal plans were to run it until Sunday and do a big hard push on Sunday. And I'm hoping we can do that, but I just don't foresee it. I don't think it's going to happen.
I know. Everybody wants one of them bitches.
They are pretty sweet. If you guys haven't checked it, go to bestdenthandle.com.
Yes. Best
Denthandle.com. See, that's me being a intelligent marketer and giving you guys a domain name that everybody can spell, even me.
Something simple.
That's right. I think the last time we did our hammer launch on bestdenthammer.com.
Something like that.
And they sold out really fucking quick. So we
bitches
took a page
sold
from our
out.
own book
Yep.
and bought bestdenthandle.com
Dent-
because it is the best dent handle.
Yes, it is.
And if you guys
motherfuckers.
don't know about them, check it out. Go to the website and check it out. I got a couple videos on there.
Yeah.
I got a demo video. We kind of show like the tools that we're replacing. And we do have plans in the future to make adapters for other tools.
Yep.
So we do plan on one handle to rule them all.
Ooh.
One handle to rule them all.
I like how your nose like
Flares out a little bit. If you
Flares
guys
out.
could only see the way my nose is flaring right now,
Yep.
you would be very impressed.
Yes.
But that being said, look, y'all, go write a review on iTunes.
Yes. Come on
And
now.
You will be put into a contest. We're going to be giving one away.
Get to
So
it.
I think we may do like this big push today and probably end it on Wednesday
Yep.
and allowing 2 days because I don't know if you guys know, but sometimes it takes 24 hours for your review to even populate on iTunes.
Yeah.
And then we're probably going to do the giveaway on Friday. And what you're going to be getting is a pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be getting some of the first ones, the first batch shipped out. And I already know we're going to have to do another order at some point soon. We got some other deals in the works, so I'm hoping to get that done soon as well. But that being said, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about something that, we've ran some polls and stuff like that. We try to get an idea of what a lot of folks are interested in to help grow and scale your PDR business. You guys know that's what our podcast is about. I'm not just going to sit here and like fuck with you guys about, I'm not going to just tell you, what to do. I'm actually going to show you and teach you how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the things they talk about. Some of the experts say you shouldn't even really dive into. But in this podcast, and the reason why is they want to sell you something or they want to sell you some sort of package above and beyond what they're already teaching you. And that's all good and grand if it's something big, you know what I mean? If it's something extensive. Because only a person with a huge ego would think that they could really teach somebody every aspect of marketing in whatever amount of time we're doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think some quick tips and some good things to get you started on your marketing journey is something that would definitely benefit you. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that I want to talk about here is something that really isn't talked about a lot, and a lot of people truly don't understand it. And most people don't even know that it exists.
Ooh.
And it's called Audience Insights inside of Facebook. And I know what you guys are probably thinking, that you guys are like, well, I boosted a post before.
Yeah.
Well, that's not how you do it in the marketing world. Now, don't get me wrong. I do occasionally boost posts. If I see one performing good, it's part of my strategy is to boost it, to let my inner audience know that I'm there. But the other strategy is to get new people, to get brand new people that I profile and that I understand exactly. You try to understand who your ideal client and who your ideal customer is. You try to understand what they like.
Yeah.
You want to understand what pages, what type of people they would like, and you try to build a profile on them based on that. In the internet marketing realm, it's called building an avatar. And there's been people, I've never really got this extensive with it, but there's been advertisement, I don't know, you want to call them gurus or educational experts. I've taken some of their courses where they've talked a lot about spending a couple days on this shit and understanding the depth of the psychology of your avatar. And where I do agree, if you're probably in a bigger marketing realm where, let's say I'm trying to sell supplements to the world, okay? You got to be really niched, and your message has to really almost identify and speak to the clientele in a way that seems very personal, right?
Yeah.
Because they're literally in a sea of all this shit that's trying to be sold to them, that you really have to connect with your avatar at like a deep, almost like a conversational level. And that I get. For the paintless dent removal industry, service-based industry, ultimately, you do got to kind of know, a lot of people talk about the benefits of our service, but the why is the deeper part of the marketing that you got to get into.
Yeah.
The deeper is the why, right? Because, okay, so on the outside, you got these service benefits, right? Okay, whatever, it's no paint, no body fillers, no Carfax, all these great benefits, which, you got to explain that too. But then there's a deeper why. Like, why are people really buying this service? And usually I truly believe it's an emotional purchase at some point with a lot of folks.
Yeah.
Especially if you're dealing with people that are perfectionist and they look at it as an extension of themselves, as part of their identity.
Well, yeah, and if they love that car.
Yeah, and not only that, they don't want to, it puts a dent in their life. So there's like two types of people. There's people that can live with it, which are usually your lower end clients and
I don't
customers.
even see how they could.
Yes, so she's the exact opposite. And then there's people that cannot live with it because it's an extension of who they are.
Yeah.
It's like having a dirty car. They're a dirty person. Or maybe somebody who literally, you got a dent in your car it's unperfect. You're not willing to take care of it. So you're imperfect as a human being. So there's a deeper emotional connection with people that are at the higher level that's very conversational, but you also got to understand that clientele, where they're at, what they're doing. Most of them would probably use higher end salons. They would value quality over quantity or something. You know what I mean? They would they would actually value the value of something. Okay. Why exactly do they decide? Why are they choosing you? So a lot of people stick to the surface, which would be obviously your the advantages of the actual service. But that's what everybody's going to say. That's what everybody's going to lay out for your ideal clients and your customers, right? So now they don't really have anything to choose from or to pick you on. But if you get into that deeper why and you build that trust relationship, and like I said, I think I said this on the last podcast, if you're attracting a lot of price shoppers, it's probably because your website, your promotional, all your items do not have anything for the higher end clients or customers to look at and identify with and say, that's my man. Yeah. That's my company. That's who I want to use. And I truly believe that's why process videos where you are actually in them and talking is a great connector for an individual, because they don't just look at their dent as a commodity. I could live with it or I couldn't. It kind of bugs me. They look at it like, I want it done. I want it done right.
Yeah.
And when they actually see the person behind the work, you're selling something that's bigger than just a logo. You're selling and allowing them to identify you as your brand, which guarantees to 10x your business. Okay.
Yeah.
So that being said, when you search for and you create, which a lot of people don't know this, but you actually can only access, and this may not be true anymore, but whenever Audience Insights at first came out, Google Chrome was the only one that would give you full functionality of Audience Insights and full functionality of the Facebook, what is actually called the Ads Manager dashboard. And there's something on there where it's literally, so you got your Facebook profile. There's that little downward arrow. And when you hover over that arrow, a drop-down box appears. And it'll say, manage ads or create an ad. But when you hit manage ads, it takes you into Facebook world where they have what's called a little tiny hamburger menu. Now, if you hit the little Facebook, it's kind of tricky when you get in here. You hit the little Facebook icon, it'll shoot you right back to Facebook, right back to your Facebook page.
Yeah.
To the right of that, there's a little hamburger menu. And they say that because it looks like a hamburger. It's 3 lines.
I know. You know, for the longest time, like when you were saying hamburger menu, I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about?
It looks like a hamburger. There's 3 lines.
Yeah, now I finally get it.
So that menu drops down and you can go into something. There's a ton of shit in there. I know how to navigate through here. And if you guys really want to get it detailed, I actually bought a little course. I licensed the rights to it and put it inside the Tactical Dent Tech group. So you can go into the units and you can watch a little Facebook course. But there's something called Audience Insights. And when you go into Audience Insights, that's when you can really get into creating custom audiences to target your area. You can get into certain things. I think they took out income levels because they thought it was racist or something like that.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, you know, that's they took out some things after they had some case that went to court. But they do have market segments. The funniest thing is the only people that you cannot target as a market segment is white people. It's like you can target. I can target African Americans. I can target Asian Americans. I can target Hispanics, U.S. Hispanics, bilingual Hispanics. I can target Hispanics in the USA, but I cannot target Caucasian. So because that's racist. So anyhow, Facebook had to follow a lot of different guidelines and stuff like that. It's just so much horse shit, you know what I mean?
I guess.
But
I mean, come on now.
That being said, I'm not going to get into a political thing right here. You can actually target them based on their work. So let's just say you're somebody like, I know Ron Harris probably listens to our podcast, but you're a guy like Ron Harris who is in an area of Texas that has a lot of medical there. And a lot of, and a lot of medical facilities there. You can begin targeting people that work in medical within a certain radius within that city.
Oh.
So, which is great because it's like, you know, that's the type of advertisement. You know, people that are in medical, they make decent money.
Yeah.
You know, all the way from the doctors to everybody in between, right?
Yeah.
Everybody makes pretty damn good income.
Yeah.
I mean, even probably your lowest level medical people, nurses or whatever. I don't know if that's the lowest level or whatever, but they're still
probably be like your nurse aide.
Sure.
There you go.
But let's just say even a nurse could afford $150, $200 ding. A nurse aide probably could. I mean, I don't know how much they make, but they all make pretty good money.
Definitely a nurse. I mean, you gotta go to school for that to get.
Sure. So you're looking at a pretty good. You're looking at a
like
pretty good place to target.
Yeah.
So let's just say you can click in your city, and then you can put in a job title. Or you can actually put in an education as well. So if you want to go to grad school, put that in. You can put in relationship status, which may not apply so much in our industry. But if I was trying to sell somebody roses for Valentine's Day, I would want somebody who was in a relationship or engaged or married.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
would just get rid of the single people, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, there's so many different scenarios you can think of that you could actually use that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then if you want to go to, of course, they got languages. Probably don't have English in there, but
Are you serious?
I have no idea. But and that's all under the advanced icon. And again, guys, this is an Audience Insights. I use it in Google Chrome, and from my understanding, Google Chrome is what you use. But you can also use, you can look up parents, and you can have like certain parents that have kids at certain ages.
Oh,
So,
I see.
you know, if you want to sell somebody that bitchin' toy that I was talking about last week on the podcast, you can target parents that have
Are
kids
you
at
able to
certain
like
ages.
target like an age group?
Yeah. So you can target age groups as well. So up top, that's up here top in the main area where you can actually set what ages, men, women, any age right here. You can go from 18 to any, or you can go from whatever. I'd say paintless dent removal. I always went clear up to 30, like 30 years old to maybe 55 or 65 or something like that.
Yeah.
Which you always imagine that some old folks are not on. You'd be surprised how many old folks are actually getting on and navigating around the computer. I don't know if they buy anything from it, but you know, you can also do things like politics.
Oh.
And I always said this, like here in my community, I just wouldn't touch it. It's just not worth it, you know.
Yeah.
But if I was like in New York City where there's 1 billion people, you know, or whatever, I forget how many's in New York. I think it's something like there's so many, 20 million maybe. There's a shitload of people, right? So I got to find a way so my money doesn't just get spread out so thin that I make no impact.
Yeah.
So I got to find a target audience and drill deep in that audience, right?
Yeah.
So I got to get it down to like maybe 80,000 people or maybe even 30,000 people.
Yeah.
And that being said, you might want to use politics where very conservative, moderate, liberal, or very liberal.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they didn't put Caucasian on there. You could just use very conservative.
I don't think all Caucasians are very conservative.
I know. We got plenty. We know plenty of liberal Caucasians as well. So, and that being said, there's also life events away from family, away from hometown,
Life
long
events.
distance relationships,
Oh my god.
a new job, somebody with a new job.
Oh.
You might want to advertise your restaurant to people who just got into town, new relationship, recently moved, or up and coming birthday.
Damn, this is almost like if somebody is on one of those what is it, the dating app things or something, and they're filling
Oh.
out a form.
Yeah. We should do that. You know, men in America should start doing that, like running ads to single women.
There you go.
Hey, gals, I'm single.
Why not, right?
Don't sound like a bad idea, to be honest with you. I bet when I was a kid, I would have figured that out when I was younger.
Yeah.
I've been running my shit like, ladies. What's going on tonight? Hit me up. DM.
Oh my god.
DM right there.
You're a whore.
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, you're my whore now, so.
Yes, I am. I'm your little hoe bag.
Yes, you are.
I'm a dirty little hoe bag.
Yep.
All right. So that being said, guys, I want you guys to keep that in mind, okay? So when you're boosting a post or when you're trying to create an audience on your actual page, you're really like dumbing down the system.
Yeah.
Get in there and have some fun with it, man. It's not like you got to like hit create ad with it, you know? And you can also save multiple audiences so you can test them.
You're like, ooh, who am I looking for tonight?
Yeah. And I honestly, I like to test like bigger audiences, like around like a couple 100,000 versus a 30,000 audience and see what kind of response I get between the two.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't know this, like Facebook ads are all about images. And I will tell you guys that the one image that hits the hardest for me every time is the black Tesla photo that with the gull wing doors open that we took at the very first Mega Media event.
Yeah.
That one every time kills it with interaction.
Oh.
I mean, hundreds of interaction with that photo. So it's really interesting when I ran that versus the Lambo. The Lambo didn't hardly get anything. Same ad, same audience, same budget.
Yeah.
But I did. It's called split testing when you run two different images and you run the same ad, same audience, everything, and then one of them really hits hard. Is basically you understand that one won. It's split testing, so that's my good ad. Well, I've ran that against so many photos, and it always outperforms everyone.
I would honestly think that, like, in my opinion, that the Tesla is more intriguing.
Yeah, just having the doors open like the way that it is. A lot of people don't see that. I don't know that a ton of people know about it, you know?
Yeah.
But that being said, y'all, we're getting ready to drop this right now. It's 3/28 on Monday, and I will tell you guys that we are still running our pre-sale. I don't know how many days I might have to call it quits on it, but I'll keep everybody on the loop. If you're part of the tactical group, I'll let you guys know what's up.
Yeah.
So we'll give you it'll definitely be open for the rest of the day today, probably part of the day tomorrow, but we're getting close.
Leave us a motherfucking review, too.
And get your opportunity to get in the contest
Yes.
to win a
Yes.
Gorilla Grip.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, y'all. So anyhow, we appreciate you. And as usual, we're going to see you on that next one.
And remember, it's all about the hustle.
Pew, pew.
Bang, bang, bitches.